The season is long, the season is going to be hard, and we've got to make some adjustments across our team. First of all, I'm going to change up the playbook after looking at the player stats. I know we didn't throw the ball that much, but 4 of 8 for 82 yards and 3 of 5 for 33 yards from both quarterbacks with 1 touchdown and 1 INT on both of them, essentially, doesn't really bode well for me. I mean, we did get pretty good rushing out of Ben Parker. I think within the Big 12, rushing is going to be kind of important, so we're going to have to establish our run a little bit more. And I think we've got a playbook to be able to do it. So I've made a change to our team, and we're going to go option run, as well as we're going to go ahead and check in on the recruiting. Recruiting right now doesn't look that great because it seems like we've lost a lot of interest in a lot of players. And other than that, we've seen a little bit of a boost in some, but we are in the top 8 schools for Jason Washington, Lee Haynes. Those are the 2 I'm really focused on right now. We're beating LSU for Lee Haynes's services on our team, and we're just behind UGA right now for middle linebacker Jason Washington. And apparently when he was asked about the Alabama A&M game, he mentioned our defense, so that's pretty good. We used a lot of defensive schemes against Alabama A&M, so that really helps out our defensive side of the ball, which is what we are recruiting for the most part. Our offense, though, doesn't seem to be that great because, Robert Dortch out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, says that he's not particularly interested in our prestige for our program. We don't have much because we are a former FCS school. Coaching philosophy isn't a big concern for TC Butler. Cornerback Johnny Dennis says that a coaching style is not important. And it kind of goes on from there. Brandon Bullock doesn't care for our program prestige. Again, we don't really have much prestige. Andre Jones dropped. So did Eddie Williams. Jason Johnson, Keith Johnson as well also dropped. And I really need Keith Johnson to kind of stick around because we're going to need that running back support and running back depth. And that's something that we just don't have right now. And if we don't have that, then we're going to wind up struggling a lot more than we already are. And I got to be aware of that. We've all got to be aware for it. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next game. So our next opponent is Arkansas Pine Bluff, and they are worse than we are overall. They've got a D- overall by a long country mile. They're D- on offense and they're D- on defense. I don't believe they're going to be too much of a threat for us, hopefully. But it would be bad for us to lose to an FCS program such as Arkansas Pine Bluff. I've also made a change to our offensive playbook. It is an option play style, and I'm looking forward to what we can potentially do there against a team like UAPB. And of course, before we even get on the bus to go to University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, one of our players have created an infraction. Brian Speaks, the senior, has an academics infraction, the first one of the season. He was apparently caught cheating on his exam. I am opposed to giving him a full 3-game suspension. We'll make him sit for half the game. Yeah, we'll make him sit for half the game. Or actually, you know what? I'm fine with him sitting for a game. How about that? We'll give Brian Speaks 1-game suspension. Hopefully that'll send a message to the rest of the team. Do not cheat on exams. I was thinking about giving him a 2-quarter suspension, but I feel like that's just too light because at the end of the day, he'll still be able to go play football, and there's no telling if he'll do it again. This is his first instance of an infraction. Let's bring the hammer down on one of our seniors, and hopefully that sends a message. As far as playbooks go, I did say that I was going to go with Profile 1, which is my primary one, but I want to change the playbook to the option run, give us a little bit more chance to kind of get the ball down the field. I don't really believe in our offense passing capabilities, so this would be the only thing we can do. So we decided to go ahead and return the ball first. It is raining. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is water effectively hitting the ground. And again, I'm only coaching, so Parker with a great return there. So the first play, we're going to go ahead and go with a QB sweep here. So we're going to have Wilson kind of go out there on the run and some positive yards. 5 yards. All right, so this time we're going to go triple option. We got multiple running backs on the field. Wilson got sacked. So that last play got blown up. This play shouldn't. We're going to go speed option with the running back and the quarterback, and the quarterback didn't pitch the ball. So here we are, forced to punt it on the very first drive because our quarterback just did not want to pitch the ball worth anything. UAPB is starting out with a 5 wide set. I don't believe they're going to actually do anything with that, but no telling. They're going to hit a guy, and they actually got a guy. How can they have offense and we don't? That's actually pretty annoying. Hello? Corners?
Number 88 with the reception. 15-yard gain on the play.
Okay, so I've made a change. We're going to just run zone from here on out. Hopefully zone will be a little bit better and keep the ball in front of the players. Right now, these passes are getting behind them, and we can't have that. Wow, they jumped it off for an immediate screen. All right, so now we're going to try cover 3. At least number 5 got there in time. Too bad he knocked it out instead of grabbing it. With it being 3rd and 2, they're probably going to look at running the ball here. I don't foresee my team actually stopping the run, but I'd be surprised if they did. Well, they stopped him. The problem was that he still got a first down. I do have problems agreeing with that. Oh, no, that was definitely 3 yards. Okay. We're just going to have to keep going into zone coverage format, potentially. One heck of a tackle from number 98. Definitely going to be a name I'm going to remember eventually. You keep making good plays, I'm going to remember your name eventually. The problem is I don't know all my players' names yet. That was Williams. Okay. I'll remember that in the future if you make another good play. Otherwise, a lot of y'all are just a bunch of kids I wish I could throw into a transfer portal. Was nobody prepared on the run? I mean, the man was running across the field. There is no telling what they're going to do. They could run it, and I think they will. So glad we stopped him from getting that ball. That was close. No, don't beat yourself up. You actually had a touchdown. My guy just happened to be there long enough to get you to drop the ball. So they're going for a field goal. We're going for a field goal. Field goal block, and they can actually kick the ball, and our guy can't. Well, we're behind by 3. No big deal. No huge problems. Look, again, former FCS program down the FBS. Can't believe they actually got down the field long enough to get that score. Oh, come on, Nick Hall. Get going. Get going. Scoot. He can scoot. He is going to go all the way for the touchdown. And you know what? I appreciate him. Nick Hall, good job. Our best receiver. Here I was willing to kind of give up on the team just a little bit there, and Nick Hall proved me wrong. Here we are for the for the field goal. As you guys are well aware of, I have to do that myself, as well as any kickoffs and punts. But other than that, everything else is controlled by the CPU. They almost broke a nice little run themselves back for a touchdown, but we stopped them just shy of halfway across the field. Not seeing any good run blocking or run defense here. We're giving up 3-4 yards every time they carry the ball. Incomplete pass. How does the quarterback drop his own pass? Like, legitimate question. How does the quarterback drop his pass? Because the game said that number 18 dropped the pass. Did he pass it to himself? Come on, get that. Get that. Yes, Fields. Good job. Good catch. Look at our team. Defense is really coming through for us today. Great interception by number 8, Fields. I can't interfere. Usually I would stop it. I can't stop it. Can't believe my DB got up off the ground just to cost us another 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct. So we're going to go triple option yet again. Hopefully this will actually pan out well. Pitch it. My gosh, man. Pass the ball. Quarterback, let the ball go. Let the guy get the ball and let him do the work, man. You're thinking too hard. No way we should have lost that many yards on a freaking option play. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, son. And we're going to get ourselves a long touchdown run. The option actually does work. I'm an option guy who hates option plays. Like I hate option in general because I feel like it's not that strategic. But I'm glad that this one actually paid off well for us. Number 6 with the 89-yard touchdown run. And I can't be too mad about that. I mean, I can't be mad about our quarterback and his lack thereof of decisions, but number 6, good return, good rush, good run. Huge. Did I say return? Someone in my comments let me know if I said return, by the way. And that's how the first quarter is going to end. Bulldogs 14, Arkansas Pine Bluff 3. So this time we're going to go double QB spy and see if we can get something with that this time. Oh, that was a nice pass. Good quick release. So this time we're going to go with a zone defense because obviously trying to like send a split or send a rush is not working.
Number 37 on the run.
I know I called for the zone. Even though I called for the zone in the last play, we should not have missed that badly. Like, what is that? Oh my gosh. We got an interception. Our second one. Oh, the Arkansas Pine Bluff is down a right tackle. Number 66 is hurt. But it's not a bad thing. He's not being taken off in the cart. Did they even have a cart animation back then? Get there. Come on. That's a good rush. Ben Parker, first rush of the game, 16 total yards, and he's looking really good. So this time we're going to actually try to pass the ball, but we're going to pass the ball out of the option format here. And they send a blitz. Actually, he got there uncontested. Now look at the defense and then look at where they are. We have a chance to still hit somebody deep. Good job to Nick Hall. Good pass. And that was a really good completion from our quarterback. Got 18 yards plus the 3 yards that they lost on the previous play. So this play, we're going to go ahead and go with another rush from the running back. Ooh, Parker. So close. We're getting beat on the offensive line. I am determined to see this triple option work. I feel like the triple option in this case could work if we can just get the ball to the right person. There we go. Parker in open space, huge, and touchdown. I'll take it. And a pretty routine field goal here. So UAPB is down 21-3 now with 1:31 left in the second quarter. I think we're pretty decent-ish right now. The triple option is working for us. McCowan with a good tackle. So we forced UAPB to use a timeout on that last play. Now we just got to kind of keep them doing the same thing. All right, another play, another chance to slow them down. They missed the last pass. Here we are now. Oof. We got beat. He found the hole in the coverage. I can't be mad at that. You find the hole in the coverage, then you deserve that pass. Honestly, they found the hole. They got it. That's on them. Good for them. Found the hole in the coverage again. I think we're giving the quarterback too much time in the pocket. So we're going to try to send our first blitz of the game. That absolutely did nothing as the receiver gets in for the touchdown. Go figure. All right. Well, UAPB is going to try to make a game of this. Nobody was there in the center of the field. Man, I actually had enough daylight to run for it. All right, so we have 55 seconds to try to march it back down the field and get another score. Let's try to stay with the option this time. We're going to try to hurry up as well. So a lot of these plays are going to be hurry up to offense. Hurried up offense. Duh. That's funny. That's a funny thing to say. We're going to make an audible. It's not really an audible. Good job, Parker. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going, son. Keep going, son. Come on. Come on. Get there. Let's go. Huge run for Ben Parker. Our best running back is actually looking like he's, a running back now. Look at this broken tackle. Huge. Oh, and a good block by Nick Hall. Parker didn't have to do him like that. And of course, we got unsportsmanlike conduct, right? This is going to be a long field goal attempt. The good news is we seem to have the wind helping and like a chip shot. And then, of course, the player gets hurt at the same time. That's insane. Well, we found out about the player that got hurt on the point after attempt. He has a sprained elbow and will be out for the rest of the game. So far, UAPB doesn't have much of an answer. They're still behind by 18. The option has been insane for us. And they're going for the hurry up offense on their half of the field here. And it is now 4th down.
Punt, return for a gain of 3 yards. The South Carolina State Bulldogs take over at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10.
No point in doing anything fancy. We're just going to do a simple option run. It's 2 seconds left in the quarter or in the half. If this goes anywhere, good. If it doesn't, fine. We just wanted to get out of the quarter. And we did. We're up 28-10. First half in the books. So the first half was actually pretty good. 233 total yards of offense, 6 first downs, and we had the time of possession just a little bit less than UAPB, but it's been looking pretty good. How did we miss that tackle? What?
Number 37, the ball carrier, 15-yard gain on the play.
Middle linebacker is like literally in a spy formation. He's like literally a QB spy. Sees the running back go past him and just runs right past the running back. That's insane to me. Safety just got outmaneuvered, just got juked. UAPB's come out with a little bit more life this half, making some really good plays. They went with the fullback. Hello, can somebody get there? The safety should not be coming over the top to cover off a play that honestly should have been dead from the very beginning. He was stuffed in the backfield.
Number 37 on the carry.
So right now they're marching down the field. That's about all I can say. My defense is kind of letting us down here when we really need them the most.
The pass ball's incomplete.
I feel like number 80 is a secret agent for our team here. So I put linebackers in at the end positions this time, giving us a little bit more like a linebacker pass rush on the ends. Doesn't seem to have worked out that well, but we've got, oh man, could have been an interception there. He went for the tackle. I can't be too mad about him going for the tackle there. Although I wish he would have gotten the interception instead. Oh, intercepted. Come on, Smart. Get going. Guys, I think we've intercepted the ball, what, 3 times today? And they've led to like a score every time we've done it. That is amazing work from the defense, at least on the secondary. That guy grabbed the ball and was gone. He checked out. That man went to Gapplebee's. Man went to Gapplebee's and said, "Hasta la vista, baby." I'm really proud of my defense. I might talk a lot of trash about the team, but I'm actually very proud of them. They've really stepped up today. And then they immediately do things like that, where they give up a huge run. But I'm still proud of them. They're about to expose how bad we are at run defense, by the way. Middle linebacker watched the guy go past him. He was watching Rihanna, where Rihanna was like, "I'm just gonna stand there and watch you." Just saying. That's what it felt like anyway. We went into cover. I don't know where everybody went and why they went left. Another play, another run, and another broken tackle by the running back. There's only so much I can do with this team. We don't have the depth, and a lot of players are getting real tired now here in the later quarters. But that's a huge sack by Jones. Sack, not a sack. He stopped the running back in the backfield. That's a good tackle for loss by Jones. There we go. I'm going to get my terminologies right again. Trust me, I'm going to get it right. I've just been very excited. I'm a little hyped right now. We're beating UAPB by 25. This will only do nothing but to help our overall recruitment. I do hope that any prospective high school students looking at this team that play cornerback will say, "I can play corner better than they already have." And then they're going to want to come to the school and hopefully do something, because our corners are getting absolutely torched. With the fourth quarter, 4 minutes left, but they have been marching down the field offensively this entire drive, and it's actually tiring out the defense. But I can be happy with our defensive effort so far. You know, number 6 out here has been well, which is Hollins. Star player, star pupil. Really has done well. Yep, there's a fumble. And we recovered it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the defense.
Yes, sir. I'll take that. Now all we got to do is just kind of keep it on the ground, run the clock out, and get up out of here. Good pitch, good pitch. Oh, man. Clipping? Really? I knew they were going to take that penalty. We knew they were going to take that flag. Put us back another 12 yards. Come on, Parker. You could have kept going. Why'd you back up? Afraid of a little contact, man? So we're going to go for another pass. Oh, man, the crowd is getting real loud with their 60 decibels. So we're going to go with a play action pass here and see if we can hit somebody, and we got to intercept it.
The pass ball's incomplete. Number 83.
Our defense is doing something. They're at least trying to stop them from scoring again. Because I feel like if they score again, they're going to try to do an onside kick, which they may actually manage to recover. Like, they're actually trying to throw it into the end zone here on first, like on a 9-yard line. You don't have to toss it into the end zone. You could easily just, you know, run. That's an option. And somehow the receivers have all dropped the ball. So we're going to play back a little bit here. Where are you going to pass it to? Nowhere. Oh, the fans are mad. Come on, guys. Don't leave your team like this. You were here for all these quarters. We're just trying to run the clock out at this point. Just running the ball, trying to keep it on the ground since our quarterback is completely useless. Parker with a big rush there. Solid first down. I will say I am kind of surprised that UAPB did not find a way to slow down our run here. I mean, every play has been an option of some sort. Oh no, our best running back. Well, that's not going to be good. So I am going to try to get some more passes out of Wilson. At least see what he can potentially do for our team. I can't be mad at the running back for missing. Ben Parker is our player of the game. Arkansas Pine Bluffs number 88 is their player of the game. It's a bad pass in general. So I see that number 21 is back on the field after that small hip injury. I will motion the fullback out from the underneath me though and slide protection in, and hopefully we'll hit somebody deep down the field and miss. Unfortunately, a lot of pressure on the quarterback caused that. We gave UAPB some more time. I was just trying to figure out what our quarterback could do. In this type of weather, with his ability, his overall stats, he's not that great of a quarterback, and he kind of showed it here. So we're going to have to rush the ball and run it. So it looks like we're just going to run first team from here on out. I don't know if we can really trust our QB. So that means that everything we do for this season will have to be run based, just to kind of limit the amount of mistakes that can potentially happen.
Number 80, the intended receiver on the play.
I mean, honestly, both quarterbacks really aren't that great. UAPB's quarterback is 3 of 8. With multiple interceptions, I might add. And the fans are leaving UAPB again in droves every time they get back. I know we need to run the clock out. I'm aware, but I really want to see if we can actually make a pass happen here. Wasn't really much of a pass. I would say like a more hybrid approach would probably be our forte for the season, but I think this is as good as we're going to get. Good. Got it off to the fullback who runs out of bounds. Not my intention, but his second pass completion. Golly, their quarterback has 114 yards. Their primary quarterback, their starter. I didn't realize they actually put in their backup quarterback. I just realized that based on the stats I just looked at. So they benched their starter after he gave up too many INTs over the course of the game. And then they put in a backup who also gave up an INT. Where were you trying to throw that ball to? I know what y'all are probably going to say. You don't have to pass the ball. You're up 25. It's the fourth quarter. I just want to see what our QB can do. The guy has been struggling. Okay. Trying to give him a little bit of an out here while we're up by so much, where a mistake won't be like a detrimental, loss for us. But he's not giving me much in terms of confidence, in terms of his passing ability or his decision making. I mean, we knew from the start when we started doing option plays that he wasn't really thinking in the plays, but being a former FCS team, we don't have a lot of confidence or motivation on this squad either. So really hoping to build that up over the course of the season. I'm actually surprised they're not trying to go for it with 7 seconds left in the clock. I would have tried. What's the worst that can happen? Another INT? They've been throwing them all day. And that's the end of the game. 35-10, we win.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.
So that's another FCS program that we have taken down. Again, we are a former FCS program ourselves. I'll take it. One whole week is in the books. Went ahead and simulated through all the rest of the games. Y'all don't really care about all that, do y'all? Probably not. But I are going to look at recruiting, and I realize that we have 10 hours of recruitment remaining, which means we've lost 2 players. Yep. Right end Jason Johnson and cornerback Andre Jones are no longer considering our school. Maybe SCSU would still be on my list if you recruited me harder, coach. Oh, okay. I wanted to let you know, coach, that I won't be attending SCSU. All right. Hey, you know what? That's fine. Wherever you go, hopefully you're going to make it well. That's fine by me. Jason Washington lists favorites, and we are still in the hunt for the middle linebacker out of Cedartown, Georgia. We're going to go ahead and boost some of our recruitment here to figure out who we're going to actually need. Now, I mentioned Keith Johnson. We're at the bottom of his list. I am concerned about losing him, so we're going to put in the extra hours to make it 10 straight hours of recruitment time for him. And I am a little concerned of Jared Avery losing us. He really liked our defensive schemes we used against Arkansas Pine Bluff, and we graded his catching ability at about average from Keith Johnson. Okay. Dortch says he didn't have much to say about his unofficial visit to Georgia, which means we do have a chance at Dortch. Eddie Williams is going to probably lose us. There's not much we can do with him, despite him being the number 10 ranked outside linebacker in the nation. Brandon Bullock says he said we could have easily dropped a few more points on UAPB. He's not wrong. We could have, but I decided to play differently. Johnny Dennis says that playing is not a main priority for him. That's no big deal. Said that it's obvious to him that our O-line is well coached. Really? Okay. He's not really concerned about our depth chart and Kyle Downing. I mean, you're going to be playing immediately if you get here. So we've got some good things out of what we're looking for. We don't have a lot, and nobody's requesting any promises as it stands right now. So that's good. Well, you guys probably already are aware of it, but Tennessee State is next in this playthrough, and I can't wait to face Tennessee State, our last FCS game before we start taking on Big 12 conference rivals in Grambling State and, going down the line. Can't wait for our conference slate to start. As far as our stat book goes, in case you guys are concerned about our stats, I didn't look at the stats at the end of the last game because I knew they were going to probably be atrocious, at least on the passing side. And probably should have. And that's on me. I apologize, guys. I'm very gun shy to look at stats because knowing me, myself, if I was playing, it would look a lot different. I feel like I could do a little bit better. I'm a first year coach, so I'm struggling to get the plays right. But Joseph Wilson, our quarterback, 6 completions, 15 total attempts, 108 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 INTs. Ben Parker has 261 total yards rushing now with 4 touchdowns and the longest of 71, which is huge for him. Jason Stewart, the wide receiver, got a rushing touchdown, which was the only one he got, which was 89 yards. Eric Cook, 18 total yards. And Rich Felder, the fullback, with 14 yards. Joseph Wilson, the quarterback, has 6 attempts for -5. Receiving wise, Nick Hall is 5 receptions of 100 yards. Blocking doesn't seem to be that great. Mark Hollis, our star impact player, strong safety, with 10 tackles this season. We've got quite a lot of INTs as a team. Brandon Carter, Roshan Lane, and Daniel Smart with 2 INTs each. Then we got Rodney Hooper and Corey Fields, Greg Larkin with 1 INT. Tackles for loss, pretty much kind of the same. Left end, Corey Williams with 2 tackles for loss. Lester Jones with 2. Tony Bonelli, Jeff Brown, Joe Wright with 1 tackle for loss. And in terms of sacks, we're not really getting back there. 1 total, 2 sacks in total on the team. but it's Lester Jones and Corey Williams leading that front as well. So that'll do it. That'll do it for our team. In case you guys are concerned about our conference and our conference standings, I don't believe anybody's played conference games yet. Yeah, nobody's played a conference game as of yet, but we are the only undefeated team considering our opponents are playing higher caliber players right now. They lost to UTEP, Grambling did, 49-17, and had a defensive leader with tackles of 11. Their quarterback is also 29 of 56, 1 touchdown, 5 INTs. So we're seeing our opponents playing some high-powered opponents, losing by a lot, by the way, because they're losing by a ton. They're also, some teams are still shut out after 2 games. North Carolina A&T and Delaware State have been shut out in both of the games that they played so far, while giving up insurmountable amount of points on the defense. Meanwhile, we're the only team that's got more points scored for our team, but we're also playing former FCS programs, and we're a former FCS program, so it shouldn't be that far-fetched of an idea that we're taking on former FCS teams this season, you know, finishing out contracts and making sure that next season we'll have a little bit better opportunity, and hopefully this will help with our recruitment overall. If you like today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. South Carolina State on top. Easy, everybody.